Hello everyone, let's look at Leetcode question 1056, confusing number. This question at time of recording has 297 upvotes and 175 downvotes. So in this question you have a confusing number, and it's a number that has to be rotated 180 degrees to become a different number, and these numbers need to be valid. 0, 1, 6, and 8 and 9 are rotated 180 degrees to become 0, 1, 9, 8, 6 respectively. These are valid digits. But if the numbers are 2, 3, 4, 5, or 7 and they are rotated 180 degrees, they are invalid. So let's look at the examples, but first the constraints are that the n value, the input int value, will be between 0 and a billion. Okay, to solve this problem, first we define a string s to be converting the input value n int into a string. Next we define the dictionary values, which contain all of the correct rotated numbers. So 0 has a rotated value of 0, 1 can be rotated 180 degrees, so it's 1, 6 rotated 180 is 9, and so on. So then we define the list rotated nums to keep track of the rotated numbers. Then we can loop through the string s that we created in reverse order in order to access the last values of the string first. And then we check if the characters in this string are not in the rotated dictionary. That means it cannot be rotated 180 degrees. So we simply return false, and that's the end. However, if the values are in the rotated dictionary, that means they are added then to the rotated nums list, and we loop through every character until we either arrive at a false character that can't be rotated, or we simply return that it in fact is a correct rotated string value, which means that the rotated values of the list is converted to a string, and if the length of the string s is the same as the initial input string s, then it's true, so we return true. So let's look at this example. So in this example we have the input integer 8988966, and if these values are rotated, they become 996868. A good way to visualize it is if we literally rotate it 180 degrees, and we will see that it truly does become the value below, so 996868. But let's revert it back for a moment and run through the code and see if it works. So we've defined then our string dictionary in our list, and we then loop through all the values starting with the last one in reverse order. So the first is 6. Is 6 not in rotated? 6 is in rotated, so we don't return false, and we simply add the value to the rotated num list. So far the rotated num list is 6. Then we go to the next value, it's another 6. 6 is in rotated dictionary, so we add it to the rotated number. Next value is 9. This is in rotated. We add it to the rotated num. Next value is 8, also in rotated. 9 and 8 also rotated, so we never return false, and then we can return this dot join rotated num, which will be the same length as the string s input value, meaning that every single character has been rotated correctly, and we can return true. One more thing to note here is the return statement. I want to make clear that the value of string has to not be equal to the rotated array, which is becoming a string. If they are equal, let's say, and you have these two values 1, 1, it is rotated, but you get the same response, so this is not a confusing number. So in order for the value to be confusing, it must be rotated in a way that all the numbers are valid and able to be rotated, and the final result is not equal to the initial. So let's see if this result works. Very nice. Okay, this is a good solution. So what is the time complexity? The time complexity is O log n, where n is the input number. This is because we're converting the input number to a string, and this takes O log n time. When we iterate through each digit of the string, this also takes O log n time, so O log n plus O log n is simply O log n. And what's the time complexity? The time complexity is actually O log n as well, and this is because we are storing the rotated digits in a list, which can have a maximum length of O log n. Therefore, the overall space complexity is O log n. Thank you for watching. See you next time.